So I see maybe 2 fires. That's a normal amount.
Every fire, there's a dead body burning inside.
I was about to say good morning, but I should say good evening, everyone. I am in Varanasi in India, the city of death. People come here from all over India to have their relatives, dead bodies, cremated and then chucked into the river. It's a Hindu belief that if you carry out this process on the dead, then reincarnation won't happen anymore and salvation for that body will be reached. It's currently 6:30 p.m. and I'm on my way to meet my guide where we're going to watch the cremation process in person. This is probably going to be my craziest day in India or anywhere yet. Let's jump straight in. Look at that sky. A beautiful night to witness some burning dead bodies. Okay, I have booked a guide for this because I don't really want to be disrespectful. It's a massive religious thing and also it's going to be sensitive to a lot of families who are like obviously bringing their dead relatives here. I've just got an Uber dropped off at the meeting point and it genuinely smells like the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. Not sure if that's the smell of cremated bodies. I mean, it probably is. But yeah, not too pleasant so far and I'm not even at the Ganges yet. Streets are like busy, but no busier than what I've seen in any other Indian city so far. I would have thought it would have been way busier than this. I've heard like thousands and thousands of people come to watch these cremations every day, but maybe when we get a bit closer in, there'll be more crowds. I'll get these ones. Thank you. Welcome. This is the current scenery. I've just stopped and got a few snacks. These crisps, I can't even tell you how dusty they are. They are caked. And then also I was like, what drink should I get? And the man was like, maybe a Red Bull. And I was like, yeah, maybe a Red Bull. Never say no to an energy drink. So at least I'm going to be bouncing walking around the cremation site. Okay, so this guy is showing me. This is what the cremation is going to look like. They do cremations every day.
24 hours.
24 hours a day?
Every day people die and every day cremated.
Wow.
People die today, but today, same day. Men, they strong the chest, women for the hip. So one dead body fire for the 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours. Someone 2.5 hours, someone 3 hours. After that, the small pieces they keep and then throw Mother of Ganga.
They keep some pieces? Why?
Because they keep the pieces, they throw to the holy river. They must go to heaven.
And then they go to heaven?
Yeah.
So that's why they do it? That's why they cremate them? Wow, that's crazy.
I'm working here.
You working?
Local tour guide here.
You are tour guide?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have known. I already booked tour. Otherwise I could have booked your tour.
If you have a time for you, one time give to trust to me, I will be show you some special place also.
Can I take your WhatsApp?
Yes.
Very few people.
Yes.
So what, is he like a holy man? Who is he? He's a holy man.
People, you can't see they everywhere, any place. Just come to only Kumbh Mela.
And that's the only place they come?
They must go to ashram and then Himalayas.
This was the Bath festival kind of, when everyone bathed. Yes, I've seen that.
Is it finished?
You finished? Yeah, I missed it. I have to wait 12 years.
You know how many people take a bath?
How many?
80 billion people.
80 what, in that river?
Not here, Allahabad.
Is it
130 kilometers far away.
the same river though in the Ganges or different?
Coming here.
Oh my god.
The three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, three sisters together. They meet like this. So people, all people, they must go to deep there.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. The river must be dirty. It's not dirty?
They have a deep, but they have a make a platform like a wood, and then bamboo. They make a stretcher holding to the boat, and people down there and then deep and come.
Wow.
Very special place.
This is crazy.
This is the way of the people bring the body in the cremation.
What, they bring it along here? Just along the street?
This street, they go to the Harishchandra Ghat. Here's two cremation. One is a Harishchandra, second is a burning ghat, Manikarnika.
Wow. So how do they carry the body? On stretcher?
People carry a stretcher, carry by bus, by car.
By car? They just put them in the car?
People also bring by, they coming by Bihar. You know Bihar?
No. Plane?
No, not plane. About come by truck and by some big tempo traveler.
Wow.
So bring the body here.
So this is going to help me out that I've got the guide, because I said, can I film? And he said, yeah, but not in some places. So he's going to tell me where it's not respectable to film, which is good. Hopefully Kunal has some suggestions of street food that I can try afterwards, because there's loads of stores and I'm bloody starving. But I don't really want to get food poisoning. Kunal's just subscribed to my YouTube and he saw my video saying India's most dangerous city. And he said, which city? And I was like, Old Delhi. And he said, oh yeah. He said Varanasi is very similar to Old Delhi though, so let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see you. Some strange characters cutting about tonight. I wonder if they're part of like the ceremony. Okay, Nal's waving me over, ready to start the tour.
Believe that if somebody dies here, soul gets released and liberated from the cycle of birth and death. So a lot of elderly people willingly come here just to get that opportunity to die.
Really?
There are several ashrams spread all over the city where these people would stay. They willfully come here. We don't call them hospice, we call them ashrams.
Okay.
And people from all walks of life. I've met people who have worked for the defense, scientists, professors, teachers, farmers, from all walks of life.
Okay.
It's their religious belief.
So would you say that it's like when people get a certain age, they will come here, or maybe if they start feeling poorly, they will come?
See, it's usually when they fulfill their family responsibilities.
Ah, okay.
Kids have grown up, got married, raised a family. Now the thing is they fulfill their family responsibilities. Now they have that liberty to take sannyas or renunciation from the worldly life. They come here to spend their last years, maybe sometimes for years they are here.
Okay.
Nobody knows when somebody is going to die, right?
Okay, yeah.
So they love staying in Kashi. The recent example, I met a gentleman, he worked in the US for almost 30 years, IT professional.
Yeah.
He's from Hyderabad, that's down south. He left his job, he's in his mid 50s.
Yeah.
He left his job,
That's young.
that's very young.
Yeah.
Sold his house, came to Varanasi with his family, purchased an apartment, and he said, I've achieved what I wanted to. Now my life is in the service of Lord Shiva.
Wow.
He goes to the river every morning, takes a dip, goes to the temple.
I've just turned this on now, yeah? You want to show me how close is too close, or?
No, I'll tell you when we
You tell me. Okay, yes.
We do that from a distance.
Of course,
And
yeah.
if somebody objects, we'll stop the camera.
Of course, yes.
Okay? And then we'll go and visit the monk.
Okay, perfect.
That's part of it.
Okay, let's go. So these cremations they happen every day?
Every day, 24 hours, 365 days in Varanasi. It's only in Varanasi, it happens 365 days, 24 hours.
Wow.
Other cities, it happens, starts from sunrise and at sunset.
And like, are people given like time slots?
No, people just turn up with the body.
They just turn up? So even in the middle of the night, people would come?
It goes on all night.
Wow. And you said that people come here and they spend the rest of their life here so that they can be cremated here. What happens if
So that
you
they
wish?
get an opportunity to die here. Certainly, yeah, they sometimes return back home and then again come back. The family members will come and visit them. That is all open.
So
See,
they would.
Hinduism is very, very flexible.
Okay.
It gives you immense degree of flexibility to practice religion to the degree of your belief. It's no such thing like no, you have to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Please stay on to my leg.
Helicopter. So it kind of depends on what they want to do. Yeah. So what if someone was to die in a different city?
A lot of people die in different cities or other cities. We will collect a small portion of the ashes, keep it in a container and try to visit Varanasi as soon as possible. Perform a ritual.
Okay.
Perform a ritual with the assistance of the priest that's making an offering to the departed soul and take the ashes on a boat, drop it in the middle of the river.
Do they ever bring the whole body here?
Oh yes, certainly yes.
Yeah.
A lot of bodies coming from the neighboring cities and the villages, and sometimes if the families can afford and it's practically feasible, they get the body in a coffin, fly to Varanasi.
Fly it over.
Yeah, but that's rare. But yeah, bodies keep coming from neighboring cities and villages.
So did you say anyone may be cremated here?
Anyone?
Anyone who would like to be cremated here can?
Yeah, certainly yes. So there are some rules that has to be followed. Now I'd like to show you some of the things which is there in the store, which you'll be able to relate once I'm talking about the cremations. Packets full of sawdust, small pieces of wood. These are sandalwood. What else do I see here? This tiny little mouse that just jumped. And these ladders here, these are used as a stretcher, made of bamboo stick.
Oh really? These are the stretchers?
Yep.
And they will carry the body on the stretcher?
That's correct. They tie it after they wrap it in a shroud. And the golden cloth that you see,
Oh yeah.
they used to put to cover the body.
To cover the body. And would it be the family that carry the body down, or do people work here?
Family, friends,
Oh, go.
neighbors, colleagues, they'll be all coming.
They all come to witness this.
Yeah, they'll be all coming with the body. I'm going to tell you more about.
Of course, yeah.
Go down, it will relate when you see more.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're just heading down now. Oh my god, there's a fire right there. You will tell me when no more recording? Okay. Crazy.
Now you have to stop this.
Stop now?
A lot of grief and mourning here.
Yes,
People might object, people get offended.
of course, okay. So basically, I can't show anything that's going on here, so I'm just going to talk about it. But if someone objects to that, then I'll have to turn it off and say that. So in front of us, there's fires, and there's bodies on the fire right in front of us. There's the wood that they use,
That's the bamboo stick.
the bamboo stick for the stretchers.
Wood is kept there.
Ah, wow, yes.
In that pile of wood.
Yeah, huge pile of wood.
Yeah. This is the mortician. That's his job. He's ensuring that the body burns completely. He's rearranging the wood, turning the body upside down.
This is crazy. So maybe there are family around, or
There are family members around. That's the chief mourner who's sitting there with his hair shaved and dressed in white.
okay, yes, over there.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So yes, why the Ganges? Why is the Ganges special?
So this is the longest river that we have in India.
Okay.
2,525 kilometers approximately in length, starting from the Himalayas at Dev Prayag, where the two rivers Alaknanda and Bhagirathi meet.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to the ocean at Bay of Bengal. It's only in Varanasi it flows from south to north.
Okay.
We call it Uttar Vahini Ganga. That's one of the very important characters of Mother Ganga. When we say Ganga, we say Ma Ganga. Ma means mother.
Ma Ganga. Okay.
For the Hindus, she's a mother goddess who is descended from heaven and flowing in a river form.
Yeah.
That is the reason she's being worshipped, and a soul can get released and liberated only when Mother Ganga touches,
Okay.
or the ashes are being sprinkled.
Okay.
And people take a dip to get rid of their sin as well. Sacred Mother.
Okay.
In the morning, people take a dip to get rid of their sin. When they take a dip, they believe they get rid of their sin, and then they'll stand till their waist in the water with folded hands, chanting the sacred verses, worshipping Mother Ganga.
And they maybe dip every day.
Well, there are different categories of people. Very religious people living in the old city, the elderly folk, they go to the river every day.
Okay.
I remember my grandfather used to do it.
Okay.
Summer, winter, monsoon, every day.
Even cold? Ah, well, it doesn't get
Oh,
that
yes.
cold in India.
Well, it does drops down to 5 degrees at night.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the last week of December till the 5th.
That is cold.
15th of January, yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, that's
So,
cold.
there are a lot of elderly people who still do that. No matter what, they will come and take a dip every morning. Then there are people coming on festivals. I'll show you one picture later. I can share it with you as well.
Yes, thank you.
How crowded it can get on a festival. And pilgrims trying to come here at least once in their lifetime.
Okay.
There are different categories of people.
So I see maybe 2 fires. That's a normal amount.
Every fire, there's a dead body burning inside. During extreme summers, May and June, and extreme winters, last week of December till the mid of January, there are more dead bodies coming. There's a lot of elderly people die. They can't take up that extreme weather.
Okay, yeah.
That's again a motivation who's trying to rearrange the wood, you see.
Yeah. I know there are seats up there. People might sit and watch.
These are family members primarily.
Okay.
So, may I request?
Wow. This is to welcome the famous monk.
राजराजेश्वरी मैया के राजराजेश्वर भगवान श्री रामचंद्र भगवान के राजराजेश्वर भगवान श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान के जगदेश्वर
नमस्ते।
देखिए देखिए
This is all to welcome the monk.
Yeah,
Wow.
the head monk.
He's a head monk. How do you become a head monk?
It's a slow and gradual steady process.
You study?
Of course you study. You can't do anything without if you don't study.
Wow.
And this is a Vedic school where the kids from Brahman caste will study. You see these little kids walking down?
Yeah.
They will stay here and study and become a priest.
They have exams?
Oh yes.
Wow. Hi everyone, I'm now back to my hotel, unfortunately. My trip had to be cut a little bit short. I would have liked to spend a little bit longer at the Ghat and get a little bit more content to show you kind of more of what the process is like. But there were 2 separate groups of boys who were actually following me around the Ghat. And as my guide Kunal felt a bit uncomfortable, he kept looking around. They were still following us. We kept trying to move into different locations. They were still following us. And obviously, as a solo female, Kunal did not feel comfortable with me being alone there, being there with just him when there was groups of a lot of men walking around following me. Which, men, why do you have to ruin everything? Right, okay, anyway, rant over. Basically, there were some things that I wouldn't have wanted to film anyway, out of pure respect. Like, just to give you a little lowdown of what I was seeing whilst I was in the Ghats. There were bodies they cover them in an orange shroud. You could see the full body, the arms and hands are hanging out of the shroud on a stretcher. They're carried down from the stretcher onto kind of where me and Kunal were standing, and the bodies are then burned for 2 or 3 hours while all the family members sit around and watch. Some parts of the body don't burn fully, so the women's hips, the bones, they don't burn fully. So the mortician, the guy that burns the body, he picks up the bit of bone that hasn't burned properly and he throws it in the Ganges, and then he also throws in the ashes. He throws those into the Ganges as well. Kunal did also explain to me that not everyone can be cremated. So if you've been bitten by a snake, you can't be cremated, and that is because a snake is a holy animal in Hindu. If you're pregnant, you can't be cremated, and that is because the baby hasn't went through the cycle of reincarnation yet. He doesn't need salvation. Not everyone is kind of suitable for the cremation process, and if that is the case, the bodies will just be thrown into the Ganges river whole. They'll be wrapped up and thrown into the river. People then also do bath and drink from that river every single day, which I also thought was really crazy. That's something completely different. You wouldn't catch that in the UK, something completely different in the UK. But as I've said before, the culture in India is completely different to the UK, and that's why I wanted to come and visit this, because it's so different to what I know at home. And that's what travel's all about, experiencing new cultures and seeing new things. And this is crazy. Like, the thing that struck me the most was that cremations and funerals and things at home are such a private and intimate kind of gathering. Like, it's the closest friends, it's the closest family. Like, you don't turn up to someone's funeral that you don't know, whereas in India it's such a public display. Like, I don't know anyone in India and I'm stood there watching the cremations. Like, it's a public open thing that people can come and watch. It's more the outlook of life, I think. Like, people in India see death as a celebration of life as opposed to the sadness over the loss of a person that we would normally see in Western countries, which I think is great. Like, it's a way more positive outlook to have on life. But yeah, it was a really crazy experience. I'm not sure how much footage I actually got. I'll see when I edit the video, but obviously I want to be respectful. Like, people are mourning their loved ones, okay? I don't want to be right in there filming in their face and things. And there are also things that I can't put on YouTube anyway, like dead bodies and burning of dead bodies. So I try to show you as much as possible, and I hope you still got a good gist of kind of what the process is like in Varanasi and kind of what the city is known for. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to do so. And if you have, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of my India adventures. Bye.